tell you, I just felt like royalty.
Boy, that's a pretty classy place, huh?
Oh, I'll say, I had my own private suite with maybe half a dozen nurses looking after me.
Oh, well, now, when do the bandages come off?
Well, in a couple of days, and then voila, no more scar. Brian guarantees it.
Oh, that's wonderful, Nancy.
And you know what else he said? He said that I was a special patient, that was the word he used, special. I really feel like this could be the beginning of something big.
Oh, well, now, Nancy, just don't go making more out of it than what it actually is.
Yeah, but I own, I can tell that he likes me. Can't you tell? Well, can't you?
Oh, well, he seems very nice. Very polite, yeah.
Let's see.
And that's all?
Well, he seems very friendly when he came to pick you up, I guess.
I'll get that. Hi, Miriam.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, how are you?
Okay. That's all right. Hi. Hope it's all right.
Oh, well, now, need you ask? I told you that this would always be like your home.
Oh, thanks. Good.
Miriam, I was just telling Babs and Ione about my stay at the Bedford Institute.
Oh, really? Bedford?
Yeah, I had my plastic surgery to remove the scar.
Oh, good. That's great.
Well, suppose we go in the kitchen. I'll make a nice pot of coffee.
No, wait a minute. I haven't had a chance to even tell Miriam about my stay at the Bedford.
Oh, that's okay, Nancy. You can tell me all about it. I'm dying to hear about it. The place, the patients, all the gory details. Come on.
Well,
Just tell me all about it.
See, now, first, I arrived there on Friday night.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't want to listen to Nancy. It's just that I really need to talk to you.
Well, about what?
It has to do with Jeremy and me. Jeremy has asked me to marry him. You don't seem very surprised. Now, why?
Well, I guess I could see it coming before you and Jeremy ever even gave it a thought.
Yeah, how?
Well, it was obvious whenever you two were together, and the way you'd come on talking about him. You did a complete about-face, Miriam.
Well, I know, but that's just because I thought we were only friends.
Well, you were then.
Well, I think that we both love each other.
Well, have you said it to one another?
Yeah.
And he asked you to marry him?
Yes, he did.
Well, what did you say?
I said I needed time to think about it and to pray about it. I just couldn't give him an answer right then. There are too many things to take into consideration, like my job for one thing, and Eric for another thing.
Well, I don't know. He and Eric seem to get along just fine.
They do. In fact, they're great friends. Eric has almost even inferred that he would like to see the two of us get together.
Oh, I don't see what the problem is then.
There wouldn't be a problem if Jeremy didn't want to move to Canada.
Oh, you think Eric doesn't want to go? That is it, isn't it?
No, I don't know, actually. I haven't even had a chance to talk to Eric about that. Me. What about me? I'm not sure at all that I want to go to Canada.
Oh?
Oh, boy. Think I'm selfish now, don't you?
Well, not necessarily.
I can't, no, I just feel so pressured in this whole thing. I can't believe it. Here Jeremy is. He's leaving in just a couple of days to go back to Canada. And although he hasn't really said it, I feel that he really wants an answer from me by the time he goes back.
Well, is he dead set on leaving Kingsley?
That's a good question. It's one that I really wanted to ask him. And in fact, his answer was, well, he had a lot of good reasons why he wanted to go up there. He did admit to me, however, though, if I really, really wanted to, he'd come back here, he'd return here and settle here in Kingsley.
Well, he sounds like a young man that's ready to make a whole lot of sacrifices just to make you happy.
You're right. Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Well, now, what have you done about showing him the possibilities of your making sacrifices for him?
I should have known you would ask me that. It didn't make any. I know, I feel awful about that too. But it happened too quickly. I didn't have time to think about anything.
Well, Miriam, from what you tell me, it sounds like Jeremy's very much in love with you. Well, now, what do you think of him?
All right. First of all, I know I told him that I love him. I said that. But the truth is I'm not absolutely sure.
Tell me what you think about Jeremy. Tell me like you would a stranger.
What do you mean?
Now, you heard what I said.
Ion, that's silly, but
Oh,
what do
no,
you...
come on. I want you to tell me exactly how you feel about Jeremy Lancelot.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right, Jeremy Lancelot he's warm and he's a kind person. He's very gentle and sensitive, and he's strong. He's got the quiet kind of strength. And as far as me, I don't think he fully understands the way I used to be, even though, believe me, I have told him everything about my past and all. And he knows exactly how important the Lord is to me. In fact, I think that it's good that I'm kind of reawakening his spiritual roots.
Now, that's important. You've told me exactly what I wanted to know.
Which is what?
That you and Jeremy have a very good foundation on which to build this relationship.
I'll come right to the point. Stay away from my daughter.
Oh, really?
Stay away from Miriam. I can't be any clearer than that.
Well, I think that matter's out of your hands, don't you?
That's how much you know. Miriam is my daughter, and I will not see her throw her life away on the likes of you.
Well, that's a decision she has to make now, isn't it?
How dare you propose to her?
Listen, Mr. Carpenter, I told your daughter how I feel about her. I want her to marry me.
As if you really love my daughter.
Yes, I do. I do love your daughter.
Well, if you really do, and if you're really concerned about what's best for her, stay out of her life.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Jeremy, I intend going back to Lake Forest very soon. And I also mean to take Miriam and Eric with me. It's where they belong. Now, what I want you to do is to see Miriam and tell her to forget about you, and then you leave for Canada alone.
Listen, Mr. Carpenter, if Miriam wants to go to Lake Forest with you, that's fine. That's her decision. But what you're telling me now is what you want her to do.
It is best for her.
Why don't you let her decide what's best for her?
Because you've confused her, Jeremy, and something else I can never forgive you for, you've turned her against me.
Oh, come on. That's not true. You know better than that. If she's made a decision not to go with you to Lake Forest, that's her decision. She did it on her own.
Do you have any idea at all of the advantages that she will be giving up if she doesn't go back to Lake Forest?
No, I don't. Frankly, I don't care. All I care about is what's going to happen if I lose her.
What, you'll lose? Now who's only thinking of himself? But that's what it really boils down to, doesn't it? And don't sit there looking at me as if you don't know what I'm saying. I pegged you for an opportunist the moment I laid eyes on you.
What are you talking about, Mr. Carpenter?
It's why you really want Miriam. You think she's worth a lot of money.
Oh, really? This is ridiculous.
You should know something, Jeremy. Miriam doesn't have any money at all except what I give her, what I choose to give her. And I will not choose to give her 1 penny if she marries you. So you better think again if you believe that you're going to be marrying into money.
Now, what if I didn't have a husband?
What are you trying to pull here?
I don't belong to Vaughn anymore. I happened to have a meeting with a certain Dan Myers this morning, and my relationship with Vaughn is over. I'm having the marriage annulled.
Baby, I'm almost sure those tickets are in the top of my desk here somewhere.
If you can't find them, we can always spend the evening alone at home.
Without the kids? On second thought, maybe I ought to just kind of throw these tickets out, huh?
You crazy.
Hey there, Peter. Didn't see you standing over there in the corner, buddy. A little late for you, isn't it?
I'm, doing some research for my internship. Really, nothing better to do.
That sounds positively depressing.
Really?
And here we are going to a jazz concert at the Pavilion. You know, we would ask you to come, but I know they're all sold out.
Well, you know, baby, we could give our tickets to Peter.
Oh, yeah, come on. Thanks, but I don't have anybody to go with anyway. Thank you.
You know something? Why don't I just take these and go down to the car and wait, because I know you want to check on that story.
On that story, what? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
See ya. I know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So tell me something. Is, Courtney still getting to you?
Yeah? Yeah.
So did you speak to her since we last talked?
No, as a matter of fact, I spoke with Vaughn.
You did? Why is that?
Just to see where he stood on all this.
And where does he stand?
Still loves her. He doesn't want to give her up.
But what about the annulment?
It's a good question, Gene. I told him to fight it.
You did what? Peter, why? Why'd you say that?
I know. I guess I'm stupid, huh? I just figured if she wanted to get out of the marriage, she would have done it a long time ago.
Well, I mean, she wants to do that now, and I think that kind of news would really get you all excited. You should be jumping for joy.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gene, there's just no future for me and Courtney.
Well, I guess I better be getting downstairs, or I'm gonna have myself one angry wife on my hands.
Bet.
Listen here, buddy. If you need to talk to me, I'm always here. Remember that, all right?
Sure, thank you.
Sure.
And you have a good time.
All right. Don't be so hard on yourself, man.
Yo, Pete Davidson.
Oh, Peter, I'm so glad I found you. I can't believe what just happened.
Courtney? Hey, you sound kind of
Peter,
upset.
I need to see you. You've got to come over here right away.
Hey, Courtney, what's the matter? What's wrong with you?
It was horrible, Peter. He was here, and
He? Who, Courtney?
Vaughn.
What did he do? What happened? Will you tell me what happened?
He said these terrible, horrible, awful things, and
Courtney, what did he do?
it was so humiliating.
How did he hurt you?
I can't over the telephone, Peter. I need to see you.
Did he hit you?
Peter, not over the phone, please.
Look, if he hit you, I want you to call the police right now.
No,
Well, then call your father. Call Miriam.
Peter, only you can help me.
Courtney.
I tried to call my father and Miriam, and they're out. I can't reach them. You're the only person I can reach. Please don't leave me alone.
Okay. Look, where are you now?
I'm in Huxley Hall.
Huxley Hall? What are you doing in a dorm?
I'm in room 423.
Oh, okay. Look, meet me at the huddle in half an hour, okay?
No, I can't go to the huddle. I look terrible, and I don't want to run into Vaughn. I can't see Vaughn.
Okay, all right, somewhere else. Can we meet down at Walter's restaurant, huh?
Room 423, please. I need you.
All right, okay. Okay, room 423, Huxley Hall. I'll be there in half an hour, okay?
Thank you.
you're accusing me of being a fortune hunter? Carpenter, I love your daughter. I don't want her possessions. I don't want her money. I'm in love with her. And I consider that an insult that I'm not going to stand for.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
And what do you intend doing about it?
I intend to do what I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about you.
Oh, spare me that.
Well, you listen to me a second. You say you love your daughter. You don't love your daughter. You know that? Because if you loved your daughter, you'd be more concerned with what's best for her than what's best for you.
For your information, I have always been concerned about men's welfare.
That's a lie. She told me about the custody matter. You turn your own grandson against your daughter? Why? I mean, how could you even benefit from that? Because you wanted to possess him? Because you had to own him? And you have not even the heart to consider her feelings or how they might feel about each other or how that affects their life?
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a wonder that she had to move out of your house, because you would have corrupted her son too, wouldn't you?
Now, I don't have to stand here and take this.
Oh, somebody should have told you this a long time ago. You're a heartless old man. You have no love inside of you. You're just selfish. You have no honesty, no integrity. You're just a selfish old man.
Now, that's enough. You just stop right there.
Yeah, I should stop. You know why you want me to stop? Because I'm telling you the truth, aren't I? You have not one honest emotion inside your body. As a matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I feel really sorry for you. Because you don't even have enough love to love your family. You don't even know how to love them. It must be very painful to be that empty inside, Mr. Carpenter. I think I've said enough. I'd like for you to go.
Not until I've had my say.
I said I would like for you to go. I'd like for you to leave. This is my office. I'd like for you to leave now.
I don't care whose office
You're
it is.
dismissed, Mr. Carpenter. Now, if you want me to, I'll escort you to the door.
I don't like making decisions and major decisions like this so quickly.
Well, Miriam, maybe you don't have to.
Sure, yeah, how do you mean that?
Well, for instance, Jimmy will be out of school next week. And I imagine the same applies for Eric.
Yeah, right, of course it is.
Well, now, you and Eric can take the summer and go up and spend with your mother, and that way you'll be just that much closer to Jeremy. And it'll give you two a chance to get to know one another without the pressure of time.
That's true. We certainly do need to have more time. Yeah, more time to decide. I know. Thank you. Why is it you always make so much sense out of everything? I mean, I should have known you'd make everything look clear to me again.
What's going on here?
Don't you want to hear about my operation?
No, I know that I do, but I'm sure she doesn't have the time. You do have some more packing to do, don't you?
Yeah, I
Okay.
certainly
Well, you
do.
What are you doing here?
May I come in?
I was just on my way out.
Courtney, I would like to talk to you. Please, I won't take up much of your time.
I didn't think we had anything left to talk about.
Courtney.
Say what you have to say, and then go.
You know, I wish you wouldn't take that attitude.
Look, the only reason I let you in here is because I figured it was less of a waste of time than standing there and arguing. Now, what is it? Well,
I'd like to talk about the annulment.
what about it?
I'd like you to reconsider.
Oh, don't ask that. Look, the marriage is over. Let it go.
I can't let it go, Courtney, because I love you. And I want us to work together.
It's too late.
Oh, come on, Courtney. My impotence can be cured. I'll see a psychiatrist. I'll do whatever I need to do.
Oh, good. It's about time you faced up to your problems, Vaughn. Now, why don't you just face up to the fact that this marriage is being annulled?
Because I still believe we have a chance together.
We don't.
Courtney, please, look, we'll see a marriage counselor if that's what you want. We'll do whatever you want to do.
No, Vaughn, that's not what I want. The marriage is over. Do you hear what I'm saying? Over. Now, will you leave?
Courtney, I am not going to allow you to have this annulment without a fight.
Don't be stupid. You've got everything to lose in this.
I don't care.
Have you no self-respect left? Funny, I thought you did. If you've got any sense whatsoever, you won't contest this annulment. Now, I don't think that it's good for us to see each other until after this is over. If you get one of these urges to talk to me again, Call my lawyer. Turn out the lights before you leave. Who is it?
It's Peter.
Oh, Peter, I'm so glad you came. I was so scared.
You okay?
Hold me.